Every business leader out there is racing to implement AI. But have we stopped to ask what happens when these powerful systems, well, get it wrong? Who foots the bill? This isn't some problem for the future. The rules are being written as we speak, and the answer is going to define corporate risk for the next decade.
It's such a simple question, right? But the answer is incredibly complex, and it's changing fast. And look, getting this right or getting it wrong could fundamentally change your company's entire risk profile for years and years to come.
And the stakes? They could not be higher. I mean, just imagine an AI trading bot causing a market flash crash, wiping out billions of dollars in seconds. Or a medical AI, something that's literally designed to save lives, completely misses a malignant tumor on a scan. These aren't sci-fi scenarios anymore. They are the exact kind of high-stakes failures that these new laws are being built to address.
So, what is changing? Well, the answer really starts with one major piece of legislation that is set to become the global standard, the EU AI Act. And its major enforcement phase? That kicks in 2026.
Now, here's what's really interesting about this. It's something called the Brussels effect. You might be thinking, hey, my company isn't based in Europe. Well, it doesn't matter. If you're deploying an AI that impacts EU citizens, these rules apply to you. The EU has a long history of setting the global benchmark for tech regulation. Just think about GDPR. And the AI Act is absolutely the next major wave.
And for anyone out there thinking about just ignoring this, you might want to consider the penalty. Non-compliance can cost you up to 7.5% of your company's total global annual turnover. Let me say that again, turnover, not profit. For any major corporation, that's a number that easily runs into the billions, making this an urgent boardroom-level issue.
So here's the crucial point. Managing AI risk has officially graduated from the IT department to the C-suite. It is now a core part of a leader's fiduciary duty to the company, right up there with financial oversight.
Now, to really understand this new world, we have to get our heads around a fundamental legal shift. We're moving away from the old ideas of product liability and into totally new territory, a new kind of negligence.
And this slide illustrates the change perfectly. Traditionally, if a machine failed, you'd argue it was a defective product that you were sold. But AI learns and evolves after it's been deployed. So this new concept, algorithmic negligence, doesn't really care about the moment of sale. It focuses on your continuous duty of care. Are you actively monitoring, overseeing, and retraining your AI while it's operating out there in the real world?
This whole duty of care is really captured in one key legal term: meaningful human oversight. Now, this isn't about passively watching some dashboards. It means having the systems and the people in place to actively monitor and, this is the key part, intervene with your AI systems in real time.
This quote just says it all. The days of pleading ignorance, of saying, I had no idea the algorithm would do that, those days are over. If your AI does something unexpected and harmful, the law is now going to assume you should have known and you should have been able to stop it.
Okay, so let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. How does this new doctrine of negligence apply in industries where the stakes are, life or death, or billions of dollars? This table gives us a great snapshot. In finance, you've got agentic AI. These are systems that can act and execute trades all on their own. In that case, regulators want a single throat to choke, the model deployment officer. In healthcare, though, it's a bit more complex. Liability for a diagnostic error is now shared between the AI's developer and the hospital that actually deployed it.
And if we drill down a bit, this means that model deployment officer in finance has to prove they were actively overseeing the AI, especially when the market got choppy. And in hospitals, it means they can't just blindly trust the AI's output. They have to use explainable AI systems that show why the AI made a diagnosis, which allows a doctor to give an informed second opinion. The bottom line here is crystal clear. The black box is dead. Relying on it is now legally negligent.
So that is the new reality. Complex rules, severe penalties, and a whole new definition of negligence. So how do you prepare? Let's turn to the corporate playbook for 2026 and beyond.
The very first step is a shift in mindset. You've got to stop thinking of your AI as just a simple piece of software. You need to start treating it like a digital employee, one that is constantly learning, is capable of making mistakes, and requires continuous management and training.
And here are 4 concrete actions you can take right now. First, build the team. Get a dedicated governance team together that brings legal, ethics, and your tech experts all to the same table. Second, audit regularly. And don't grade your own homework. Bring in independent third-party auditors to really stress test your systems. Third,
Update your contracts. Your current vendor contracts are probably obsolete. You need to rewrite them to specifically address AI risks like hallucinations. And fourth, secure everything. Your models, their weights, their parameters, they are now a core corporate asset. You have to protect them accordingly.
You know, the risk landscape is changing so fast that the insurance industry is just scrambling to keep up. Insurers are now demanding real-time data access to your AI models just so they can price your risk. And they have a really simple mandate. If you can't prove a human can hit a kill switch in an emergency, they may just flat out refuse to insure your AI system at all.
So here it is, the ultimate takeaway. The abstract, futuristic idea of who's responsible for a rogue AI is no longer a topic for sci-fi conventions. It is landed squarely in the boardroom, and mastering it is now a fundamental requirement for modern leadership. The question is no longer if you're ready, but how you're getting ready.